A few miles northwest of Hancock is the Hepokoski farm. It's nestled in the heart of copper country, where the greatest concentration of Finnish Americans anywhere in the United States are found. Mark and Riika Hepokoski are the unofficial guardians of Finnish heritage. They're hosting a late summer potluck for friends and neighbors.
I wangled an invitation to Mark and Riika's house tonight, but on the way, I got a message from them to pick up rolls at their friend's house. An open door, which is either very inviting or this lady has been robbed. Knock, knock.
Hey,
Hi.
welcome.
Hi, Andrew.
Kayleen Holmstrom.
Nice to meet you. This smells really good.
As a coach's wife and mother of 6 student athletes, Kayleen bakes countless sweet rolls for sporting events.
These are done. Have a roll?
This pretty extraordinary little cinnamon thing there.
It's
What do you call these?
These are korvapustis.
What am I supposed to bring over?
The bread.
Oh,
And this
okay.
is considered the nisu.
Nisu is a cardamom braided sweetbread American Finns commonly eat with coffee. It's made with the same dough as the korvapusti.
Count those rolls because I'm not sure all of them are gonna make it. All right,
Wonderful.
see you later.
Come on in.
I gained like 75 pounds just stopping at your friend's house.
Mark and Riika and their 5 tow-headed children have lived on this idyllic 50-acre farm for 15 years. Mark's great-grandfather immigrated here to work in the Keweenaw copper mine.
I'm actually like what you call the Minnesota Finns. So there's like Michigan Finns, there's Wisconsin Finns. They call it the Finnish Triangle.
Mark met and married Riika in Finland. The couple visited the UP while on a road trip and decided this was where they wanted to build their life.
I turned off the main road and I could swear I had left America. And as I got closer here and I saw the chickens and the little outbuildings and all that stuff, this really is Finland on the 4th coast.
Riika occasionally makes Scandinavian egg coffee. The alkaline eggshell tempers the acidic taste of the beans. Riika serves it hot alongside homemade rye bread and Karelian pies.
It's a rye crust, and then it's like a creamy rice filling, and then you put butter mixed with eggs on top.
They're warm.
Yeah.
That's crazy good. And the homemade rye bread, I mean, that's fantastic. It's buttery and rich. That's awesome.
Similar to homesteaders, they're adept at many skills and share their knowledge and talents with neighbors.
Come on in. Oh, hi. This is Mr. Hata.
Oh, it's the fish head guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna take those and put them in my pot.
This is Mr. Ron Hata.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah. What kind of fish is this?
Salmon-type fish.
Riika grew up eating fish head soup and makes it every month. Typically Finnish, there are only a few ingredients: fish heads, onions, carrots, and potatoes. After working the mines, many Finns, including Ron's forefathers, took advantage of the Homestead Act of 1862, claiming land to farm. In addition to the fish heads, Ron contributes giant rutabagas from his experimental garden to the potluck meal.
Should we put the meat into the ground real quick, since that's gonna take 5 hours to cook?
When you say buried in the ground, what do you mean?
So we're gonna make something called rosvapaisti, robber's roast.
Yeah, because you know what? The robber has to hide the roast. It goes quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
The evidence is
Yeah,
gone.
the evidence is gone. He just has a fire now. He's just sitting by the fire.
Riika seasons a pork shoulder with garlic, salt, pepper, honey, and fresh-cut thyme. Then wraps it in layers of parchment paper, aluminum foil, newspaper, and finally, chicken wire. Earth ovens are used all over the world. Mark lines his cooking pit with fieldstones and Lake Superior rock. The roast is buried in sand and left to cook for hours.
It's great, then you can cook on top of this thing all day long.
Yeah.
As more guests arrive, Riika brings out a fresh farmhouse cheese to cook alongside the fire. Traditionally, this baked cheese, called juusto, is made with super-rich colostrum. That's the first milk that a cow offers after giving birth.
I'm gonna sit here by the fire and watch the cheese cook.
The cheese can be served warm or cold, sprinkled with cinnamon for dessert, or Yooper style, fresh off the fire with local thimbleberry jam. The wild red berry is tart, sort of like a raspberry.
Upper Peninsula goodness. Thimbleberry jam. That's just absurdly good.
Riika sent me down the road to grab a couple of dishes from Scott and Cindy Kela. Cindy makes a Yooper interpretation of Finnish fish bread called kalakukko. Scott keeps true to his grandmother's liver dumpling, or rupana, recipe. Scott is a Copper County native who feeds his family the deer he hunts and the fish he catches.
I've eaten liver dumplings before,
Okay.
but fish bread I've never heard of.
It's Lake Superior salmon. And then I don't really put a lot on it except onions. Onions gives it the juice, and I put a little salt and pepper. And I pre-bake my bacon.
You put bacon inside.
I put bacon in here also. This is just my little go-to meal, and that is that. And then we just kind of fold it up as best we can do.
Since Scott was a young man, he's made his grandmother's rupana, or liver dumplings, for the special people in his life.
First of all, you got grandma's grinder.
I like to do things the old-fashioned way a lot of times, so.
Just like Grandma, he doesn't need to measure. He stirs his ground beef livers with eggs, onions, flour, and oatmeal.
A little bit of oatmeal.
Ah, see, there you go.
That takes some arm work.
Right there, it's like a thick dough. The hanging ball test.
That's looking
You need a
wonderful.
nice big plop like that.
Yeah, that looks good. I make a patty out of it. Sort of like a hamburger patty. You just drop them in.
As Scott simmers the dumplings for 35 minutes, back at the farm, it's time to dig up the main course.
Oh,
I hit the...
I hit wire.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull that sucker up.
Yeah, baby.
There we go.
The robber's roast has been cooking in the ground for 6 hours.
There you go.
It smells fantastic.
It smells good.
Yeah, we don't even need to taste it.
Looks good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect is what it looks like. So you can't go wrong when you set it in the ground like that.
Everyone has brought a dish to share. Liver dumplings, fish bread, fish head soup, Karelian pies, cabbage rolls, and a range of Finnish American desserts.
Mrs. Holmstrom was right. This thing was full, and she said, have one now, because you may not be able to get one later. But this cardamom loaf, nice piece of soft butter there, yummy, sweet. Fish bread is out of control. The bacon and onion in there, heaven.
Thank you very much.
Those liver dumplings are great, my friend. They turned out perfectly, firmed. You know what I like about them? You do what I do with mine. Lots of onions. You can't have enough onions in there. I love these kind of soups. Super simple, very clean,
Yeah, excellent.
delicious.
And feeds a crowd, so. Easy to make.
And finally, the robber's pork shoulder roast.
Everything here has got 4 ingredients, but it's just perfect. You notice that?
We like simplified life.
are like
And 2 of them are salt and pepper. Yeah.
Salt and pepper. That's all we use around here.
There's a lot of truth to that.